Now, in honor of all of you guys that purchase shirts and have supported me throughout this, I'm humbled to show you this. The core of my turbo four-rotor. Now, before I go off on how UPS is absolutely a terrible company and sold my motor on eBay, let me show you how I positively vented my anger by making a little video on what it feels like to finally have this motor back in my arms. What started as a goofy dream turned into a passion, almost an obsession. And although life has thrown me a few challenges, I've grown. Is it foolish that I'm this passionate about a piece of metal? We'll see. 2-3 weeks ago, I released a video that went viral enough. Now, it didn't go millions of views, but it did the two goals that I had in mind. One, it got UPS's attention. Sadly, that's what it took, executing a UPS employee on screen to get their attention. And two, it got your guys' attention. And because of both of those, the motor is in my hands. Literally, you guys watching the video, I got tons of messages afterwards saying, hey, here's your four-rotor. Hey, look at this four-rotor. Hey, it got people talking. Now, some of the people were joking around saying, oh, look at Mad Mike stole your motor. Aha, Scoot stole your motor. You know, there's a couple four-rotors out there. But what was very important is one of you, Abel, messaged me and said, hey, man, I see an eBay auction with your motor in it. And I was like, dude, no, that's just incredulous. It was a week after the video launched. I look at the auction. For some reason, it was split up into two. And sure enough, it was almost identical to my motor. So the first thing I did, very calmly, messaged the shop and said, hey, can you look at this auction and confirm without a shadow of a doubt that it is my motor? Let me show you the smoking gun. This little guy right here is a front counterweight. It's a piece that I had machined. There are only 4 of these in the world. The shop has not created any more. 2 of them are in Mad Mike's cars, and one of them is in Defined Auto Works car. The 4th one is mine. So with that in mind, I had a friend, I sent a friend money, and had them purchase the eBay auction out, sight unseen. I then, like any rational person, got the cops involved because clearly this person has my stolen motor. My motor is sitting out at some metal recycling fenced shop in Missouri, and I got the state troopers to help me with this. At the same time, UPS got in touch with me. No, not to help with the insurance claim. No, not to help find the fucking motor, but to tell me to take the video down. My simple response was, I'll gladly take the video down. I got you on the phone, but I'll gladly take the video down. You get me either A, my motor, or B, the money that, comes from the insurance from you losing it. I'll be happy. In comes this eBay auction, and so I'm on the phone with UPS and say, hey guys, just want to let you know, you had internal theft. I'm getting the motor seized by the police right now. Thank you for your wonderful service. They had the audacity, the incredulous other thesaurus words that I can't even think of because of how angry I am, to say, no, hold on, don't have the motor seized. He owns it legally. You can't find my motor. You can't tell me where my motor is. You can't tell me what happened. You can't insure me with it. But you can sure as hell tell me that, oh, no, we auctioned it off to him. That man is the rightful owner of your motor as of right now. I just purchased my motor for a second time. Thank you, UPS. If you guys have a chance to take a look at the eBay auction, you'll notice that the seller is a very upstanding guy. So much so that he got me a little bit more information. The package was put on some auction by UPS as unclaimed merchandise. How the fuck can I unclaim a merchandise when you guys never even looked for it? Immediately after the motor was sent from New Zealand, I asked the shop for tons of pictures because I'm a person in front of a camera. I want pictures of the motor, and I'm excited as hell that I'm having a custom engine built. I sent those pictures to UPS immediately. They had pictures of what the outside of the crate looked like. They had pictures of this, the inside of the crate, how it was packaged. It was never opened. The packaging slip for my box was still on the outside of the package. How can you tell me that I didn't want to claim my own package when it never made it to me? If you were to open that package, even if you were to give a half-ass attempt and just look at it, the irons, these pieces right here, the intermediate pieces on the motor, had serial numbers, had product numbers. There was plenty enough to identify my motor. Oh, but wait! There was a packaging slip inside of the box. Yeah. Thanks, UPS. Thanks so much. Let's be rational for a second. That's that motor. Let's pretend that it was dropped. Let's pretend that some guy inside the warehouse was running a forklift, dropped the motor, and broke it. It happens. I'm a business person. Nobody's perfect. The next best thing is to insure the package, issue a claim. Isn't that right? That, I'm sure a handful of you guys from UPS issue a claim. That's what you did immediately. UPS issued a claim immediately. Great. Professional. As of this, 6 months later, look at this. We were still fighting them to get half of what the motor was worth. Now, the shop messed up, let's be honest, but it doesn't affect what happened here. The shop insured the motor for half of what I paid for it. Well, much less than half. He couldn't even get that money from UPS. You guys were fucking me over the whole time. The whole time. I never once got a single dollar from insurance. Because you know what? The shop stood up for their mistake and said, hey, you know what? If I get this $4,000, I will eat shit and rebuild you the motor because I'm a professional individual and I will do good work. That's what the shop in New Zealand did. So what's UPS willing to do at this point? I'm talking to a gentleman named Doug, Doug, if you watch this, you're being very professional. I appreciate that. But the problem is, you guys are treating it as if giving me the $6,500 for the eBay auction is taking care of me or is getting me back. Hey, here, we got you back. That's absolutely absurd. Much less, you've still charged me almost $1,000 to ship the fucking package that I never got. And I'm having to fight to even get that money back? That you literally never accomplished it. You never produced your work. Now, if I was UPS, and I am far, far smaller and far less profitable of a business than you, every time I've fucked up like that, I pay 100% of it. I drop it, I replace it. That's simple. I take care of my customers. Now, that simply could have just been the fucking insurance claim. You didn't do that. If I was UPS, I would pay for the motor. We've got this guy that's on a fucking camera talking. He's got an audience. I don't even use you guys. I don't even use my audience that way. I've never asked anybody to email UPS. I've never asked anybody to do that. I'm not making you my personal army. I'm literally saying, UPS, you have an opportunity to take a negative, a guy who's angry at you. And if you just sent me a couple bucks, like, no, it doesn't even have to be consequential. You pay me for the, reimburse me for the fucking, and the shipment, just shipping it. I would be one of your greatest spokespeople saying, hey, UPS took care of me. They went above and beyond. And you've completely fucked up that opportunity. Without sweeping the UPS shit under a rug, because if you forget about it, they'll forget about it, and they're happy to do that. Let's look at the positives. I have the core of my motor. Yes, it's a year late, but if you want to watch a turbo four-rotor, a more than 1,000 horsepower to-the-wheels car being built, this is the channel for it. I'm going to share with you how the whole process is done. And of course, obviously the challenges, almost like a reality TV show, but it's not scripted, but seeing all the challenges as they occur and how we accomplish them. So that's what's coming up now, and that's the beginning of my four-rotor build.